Yep, great news, as GM Nico Harrison called it on Luka Doncic. The MRI revealed no strain for Luka. He will be reevaluated ahead of Sunday's game against the Denver Nuggets. That one's at home. That's in that.
Lockbox Nation, we are live and on your station. And shout out to the subs who always show love. And this is Dallas Mavericks Tap In Show. Y'all already know how we get down. Let's tap in. Okay, so if you didn't know, a lot has happened. Like I say, we're in the roller coaster ride. We go up and down. Dallas Mavericks have a hard time playing to the competition level of their opponents. And it's just sometimes it bites us in the butt. We took on the whoever, because I can't even think of their name because we lost, the Oklahoma City Thunder. And we were unable to pull it out. Even though Kyrie was very efficient shooting from the field, was able to get in the paint and do some of the masterful finishes that we have grown accustomed to seeing from Kyrie Irving, it wasn't enough. PJ Washington, now a while back I made some episodes, or at least some videos, we'll say, on Smoke and Fire. And it was a few things that we needed to watch. We had Smoke and Fire. When you got Smoke and Fire, you got to watch it, because if you don't watch it, it'll burn. So what are the things that I say are Smoke and Fire that I tried to bring to the community a while back? THJ's dribbling. THJ's dribbling is Smoke and Fire. PJ Washington, his touch and three-pointer. Smoke and Fire. We were never worried or concerned about his defense. It was that three. Come on now. I need to know, what are your thoughts? What are Dallas Mavericks Smoke and Fire? Is it Jason Kidd? Is his rotations? What's Smoke and Fire? Maxi Kleber playing the 5? What's Smoke and Fire? It's a lot of things that we need to look at as we move forward, so we can give proper constructive criticism, we'll say. But let's get into the stats and facts. Stats and facts. This is the Dallas Mavericks Tap In Show, so let me get that pulled up and let's tap in and see what happened. So currently the Dallas Mavericks are sitting at 8th still. I know we like this spot. I'm starting to think that that's a good number, because we done been here so long. 8 is number 1, obviously. Listening to Jason Kidd and the way we've been not able to clutch these wins. Okay, so we got the Denver Nuggets, who have reclaimed the number 1 spot in the West. And when the Oklahoma City Thunder, we needed Luka. We needed one more person to be able to penetrate the paint and cause the defense to go in shambles. So we can get a lot more open looks. Now PJ put up a lot of damn shots. I didn't like it. I know you didn't like it. If y'all didn't like it, in the chat or in the comments, put it in there. Say, I didn't like PJ shooting all them shots. Tim Hardaway. Yep. Tim Hardaway came alive for us this game. That's what happens when you give players grace. So let's click on to the 8th seeded Mavericks. Hey, the matchup predictor, we were 36.2%. The Oklahoma City Thunder was 63.8%. We had Luka Doncic with 34 points. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with 31 averages. The rebounds, Luka leads everything. No need for me to bring that up to y'all. So as y'all know, we did take this L. So the lead scorers in this game. Okay, so we got Kyrie Irving, who had 36 points. He was 12 of 18 from the field, and he was 8 from 8 from the free throw line. SGA, who came in with 31 points, kind of turned it on later on at the end of the game. He was 9 for 16, 12 for 15 from the free throw line. Kyrie could have had just as many free throws. What's going on with the refs? Adam Silver, you need to get this corrected. We're going to start getting their names and literally maybe have to do a fire you up video, because I don't know. We need to start sending them endorsements for eyeglassware places or something, because obviously they need some new glasses. They're not seeing anything. We got to get this addressed. That foul on Derrick Jones Jr. by Jalen Williams, I believe, that was a clear foul. He had his whole left side of his arm, but they did not call that. It makes no sense to me. That boy was fouling all night. Jalen Williams fouling all night. Yep, it's a tough game. All right, team stats. So the Dallas Mavericks shot 51.2% from the field. The Oklahoma City Thunder shot 52.3%. Then numbers from the three, 41.4% in favor of the Mavs, 41% even for Oklahoma City Thunder. We had 19 turnovers. Whenever you are not at your fullest strength, having all your players available, especially Luka Doncic, you cannot have this many turnovers. What happened? We just had Kyrie throwing some bad passes, just maybe overcompensating for the amount of space that the defender could cover, and he was throwing a lot passes a lot higher than they needed to be, which caused turnovers. Passes were not on the dime. They were not crisp. They were not fast. 13 for the Oklahoma City. Rebounds, we did beat them. We did pretty good. We had 40 rebounds to their 36, which means we out-rebounded them. Daniel Gafford was a big part of that. PJ had a few rebounds. Maxey came in there and grabbed a few as well. Okay, so the Dallas Mavs had 25 assists. The Dallas Mavs had 25 assists. OKC had 28 steals, 6. OKC 10, blocks 2. OKC 7. So they did beat us in the block game. Total turnovers 19, which we already talked about for the Dallas Mavs, and led to 34 points for the OKC Thunder. The OKC Thunder had 13 turnovers and only led to 20 points. That's that difference that we had at the end of the game. Points in the paint, we led them in that by 10, 52 to 42. Fouls, we had 20 to their 24. They should have had at least about 34. Yep. Largest lead, it was 3-11 in favor of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Let's get into the box score real quick. Okay, so what happened? I don't even know what to say. This was clearly a foul, and I'm just speechless. Literally, I'm speechless. What were your thoughts when you saw this play happen and they didn't call a foul? Somebody should be rolling over in their grave. He grabbed his whole arm. All right. I mean, you got to go through so much arm to even get to the ball. Like, come on now. Come on now. That's a block. That's a block. Is this a block, y'all? Is this a block? If that's a block, type blocking in the chat. That ain't no block. That ain't no block. Straight foul. Nothing but arm. Nothing but arm. Dude. Come on. Dallas Mavericks fan, thank you for indulging me on that. That was just perfect. Like, I couldn't have planned that out better myself. I didn't even play to plan that video, but it did play. So nonetheless. All right, so let's get back into it. We got PJ Washington, 36 minutes, 1 for 11 from the field, 0 from 7 from 3. My boy had 6 points. He was a +1. How is that even possible? I mean, literally, even if you was playing rock, paper, scissors, the chances of you only winning one game out of 11 is slim to none. The odds were not in his favor. That boy need to put a lucky rabbit's foot in his sock or something. All right, but let's get into it. We got Derrick Jones Jr., 32 minutes. He had 10 points, -17. I mean, he was out there just, a body being able to move. But I got a video that we're going to be looking over. And shout out to Awful Coaching. He's a YouTuber. And, like, basically he just breaks down defensive schemes and why defenses are not looking as good as they should look. I mean, I can't even tell you no more. Only his words do it justice. So make sure you stop by his channel. I'll drop his link below. But he's just gonna go in and he's gonna tell you everything that happened and why the defense was lacking and slacking and allowing Shea to have open lanes to the basket and just a lot of the buckets that the OKC Thunder was getting. All right. So then we got Big Gaff, 26 minutes, 19 points, 15 rebounds. Yeah. A -7. Kyrie Irving, 38 minutes, 36 points, very efficient, 12 of 18, 4 for 7 from the field, or 4 from 7 from 3, and 8 for 8 from the free throw line. Just nasty. Then we got Dante Exum, 22 minutes, 7 points, -8, 2 assists. I would like to see more on that. He had 4 turnovers. Kyrie had 4 turnovers. Everybody at least had 2 turnovers, at least in the starting group, except for Derrick Jones Jr. Then you got Maxi Kleber, 21 minutes, 3 points, 2 rebounds. Yep. Like I say, he was grabbing some. 1, 2, a couple. You got Tim Hardaway Jr., 31 minutes, and he is starting to look like himself again. He had 23 points, a +13. That's because his minutes been coming down. We wanted less of Tim. Now he's hot. Do you want more Tim now? Dallas Mavericks, let's think about it, man. We got to come to a realization. We are very hard to please. MFFLs, we are hard to please. When the season first started, who got a lot of the flack? It was Dwight Powell. Everybody wanted Dwight Powell off the court. And then who was it? Then it was Tim Hardaway Jr. And then it went from Tim Hardaway Jr. to Grant Williams. And soon as Grant Williams left, it went right back to Tim. Dallas Mavs, MFFLs, we're hard to please. So at this point, with Tim starting to come back alive, I just need to know who gonna get the smoke next. Who we watching? Is it PJ and that shot? I want to talk about more stats, but I mean, this game is over with and done. So we're just going to lay it to rest here. So let's get into the rest of this, man. So next we got Awful Coaching, and he's just going to break down what happened in these defensive schemes and why we weren't playing the defense that we had. Got a lot of praise for playing over the last few days, or at least the past week, because we had started the streak again. But what happened? All right, so like I said, shout out to Awful Coaching. Man, make sure you stop by his channel, drop a like, comment, subscribe. I mean, just let him know you're appreciative of this content, because when we lose, this is where I go to. I go to these other channels, and when we win, I even go to the Locked On That Team's channel and see what they say about our team and just see if they have any perspectives or things that we might not have saw or we might not be privy to. So shout out to Awful Coaching, and this is his video. Jason Kidd is awful. Please help me out of this living. HE double hockey sticks.
I hate it. I don't understand the point of life. What is the point of being alive? Derrick Jones.
So do y'all see any problems with this play? He's about to break it down. So he's going to navigate with arrows, basically illustrate throughout the video on how the Oklahoma City Thunder were able to take advantage of the Dallas Mavericks defense and individual players and the way they're playing on defense and what they should be focusing on to make sure that they're in a good position to be able to defend these players.
Jones Jr., I've got shit. The help has to come from the middle of the floor. Exum can just help and recover. You're not forcing him to where your help is.
Hey, low-key kind of got mixed.
No, Gafford's got to sit in the paint. You're not recovering from so beyond depressing to watch. PJ Washington, get back in position and help. Why are you going to the ball? Get back and help. Oh, how about Kyrie Irving? Why are you walking? Derek Jones Jr.'s got to step up and take the ball. But why is Kyrie Irving jogging? Why is his back not turned? Why is PJ Washington not at help? Why are we not up guarding the ball? This is clever. What is the point?
Dallas Mavericks fan, it's okay. We deserve this. We deserve to see what happened. We deserve to hear what needs to be said.
Point of any of these Mavericks coaches. What's the point? Josh Green is sitting in the paint. Does PJ Washington know this? He's waiting to double. So get up and guard the ball. You've got a double waiting for you. Get up and guard the ball. Do you go over this? This is liver. Look at this. I hate life. So they double Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. Stop. Dribble picked up. So right now, Derek Jones Jr. should be coming up to the wing. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s got to leave now. The dribble's picked up. Kyrie Irving guard one-on-one. He doesn't have his dribble alive. So I got to move people.
That's facts. Kyrie, he can hold him one-on-one, especially he ain't got no dribble. He just going to have to shoot over him. We'll live with that shot. Tough shot. Good defense. We'll take that better offense.
Hardaway Jr. I got to move Kleber. I got to take the middle, move Kleber to the corner, move Derek Jones Jr. up.
Hey, look, when he talks about this, he makes those transitions sound so simple.
No one's moved. No one's moved. What's the point of anything? This is transition defense. My voice is going. Derek Jones Jr. The shot is up. Get back. Do you know how detrimental it is that you are standing and watching? So if you had gotten back, now I'd easily be able to take the ball, and Derek Lively can get over to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to be in help. Instead, no one's got the ball. So now Tim Hardaway Jr. is helping, and first of all, Jaden Hardy is icing the screen. You got to wait for Daniel Gafford to get...
Hey, low-key, can we talk about it? THJ, did he play decent defense against OKC? I mean, we give that boy a little grace. And I mean, he come out here firing on all cylinders, knocking down threes.
Underneath, so you're keeping the ball handle to the sidelines. You're coming up to ice. Daniel Gafford isn't there. So Aaron Wiggins gets...
So is this what they be saying about Jaden Hardy and that IQ?
Right in the lane. By the way, what is Kyrie Irving doing? Why are you in the paint? Guard your man, Cason Wallace. And then why are you going to gamble here? Why do you make my life hell? You have to do something about this first screen. It's Dante Exum and Derek Jones Jr. Just switch it. You can't do nothing. You did nothing. See if Exum...
Then we got Kyrie and Maxey in the paint.
Some switches. Now I can get up, jam the screener. Exum can go under and meet Gilgeous-Alexander on the other side. But you can't do that when Derek Jones Jr.'s 2 steps behind Shai Gilgeous-Alexander already. So you're... whatever. Daniel...
Man, they was just kept letting Shai get to that spot. We got to figure something out on that.
Gafford goes to double. Wonderful. So you might as well just go double and get the dribble picked up so we can start moving. But Derek Jones Jr., you got to rotate to Jalen Williams. Kyrie Irving, you got to rotate up to Isaiah Joe. And then that dribble's picked up. So Maxi Kleber comes to the wing. Daniel Gafford's got to bust it to the corner. But no one moves. You double and no one moves. You double and no one moves. Daniel...
Low-key, when I be watching him, I be feeling like I'm straight in class. Low-key, when I be watching his video, I be feeling like I'm straight in class. Where my notepad and my pen, because it's time to take some notes. Because he be breaking it down. I'm talking about breaking it down. Let's tap back in.
Gafford does a great job helping here. Look at this help. So once the dribble's picked up, they'll stop. Dribble's picked up. So we got to get back. Right? We got to move people, but Kleber's got to get back.
The landlord.
Right? Like now you're just standing for no reason and doubling. Like you're not moving anyone. Get over so people can rotate back. What is
We'll
this
take that.
transition defense? Jason Kidd is ruining my whole life. Derek Jones, you're trailing the play, getting to Jalen Williams. Say it. Say it. And PJ...
Who is PJ guarding, low key? Like, who is he guarding?
Washington, you're clearly guarding Holmgren here. Keep your back to the baseline. What? Derek Jones Jr., why is PJ Wash? What was that? What do the Mavericks do in practice? What do they do? What is the game planning like? Tim Hardaway Jr. is going to sit here, doubling on the strong side of the floor. Does Derek Lively know this? There's no point if Derek Lively... Why are you not up guarding? Showing your hands, sliding your feet. You have a double team. Tim Hardaway is waiting to help you. Why are you... There's a double. Why are you playing and you're not showing your...
Let's go. We got the Tim Hardaway help in the chat. Defensive THJ defensive help in the chat.
your hands and you're playing off. And
Derek Lively,
Dante
if you as tall as you are, why jump? Stay on your feet, hands up.
Guard ball. If screen gets set, it's Tim Hardaway Jr. You'll switch or something. It's clearly
Dante must have been getting hit by them big bodies.
Whoopsies, blown by the other way. Out of a sideline, out of bounds, PJ Washington as Jalen Williams comes through this cross screen. Jam him to knock him off his spot. Daniel Gafford should not be worrying about this. He's got to be up guarding Josh Giddey, but you're not guarding this cross screen. I guess that's why Daniel Gafford's sitting in the paint. So why is this happening? Is that why? Dante eggs him again. Focus on ball. If a screen is set, a teammate will tell you, you will defend it then. But look at Exum's eyes, looking for a screen that isn't set. Blown by again because of it.
All right, so there you have it. All right, so there you have it. Needle in a haystack. That's basically the breakdown of what happened in straight up defensive possessions. People were not in the right spots. People were helping, or at least not helping, or not knowing where their help was at. But I'm so glad I was able to bring this to you. Once again, this is Awful Coaching. Make sure you go by his channel, tap a like, subscribe, and make sure you show his channel some love. All right, so next we got to talk about the Big D Gaff. Daniel Gafford is on the scene doing interviews left and right. Matter of fact, who is he not talking to besides me? But it's all good. I got the footage. We're going to talk about, Daniel Gafford was on FanDuel Sports Channel, and they was just asking him what it's like to play with Kyrie and Luka. It was a Kyle Kuzma shot that was thrown at Daniel Gafford. You know, that boy just salty and he be hating a lot. So let's get into that video. All right, next, so we're going to hop into this Daniel Gafford information. Daniel Gafford has been on a media tour. I mean, he's doing more interviews than the president right now. I mean, that might be saying a lot because we rarely see him. But where to start? Man, he was on Kevin Gray's show. He was on another show. I got him here on FanDuel. He was with Devon Harris. Man, it's a lot of things going on with Daniel Gaff. The landlord is making his rounds. So I got to bring you this information because we got the one and only landlord, Daniel Gafford himself, talking about what it's like to play with Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, shots being thrown from Kyle Kuzma to D Gaff. You can't throw shots at D Gaff now that he's in D-Town. I mean, come on now, D-Town. So, with that being said, let's hop into it. And we got Lou Williams on the panel along with the other FanDuel hosts. So, let's tap in.
The Mavs joining us now, Daniel Gafford. And see, everybody jinxed you, Daniel. I wanted to tell you, we spent so much time talking about the 33 consecutive field goals yesterday, and you were going for Wilt's record of 35. I thought it was so cool. And then you missed it. Oh, okay. Talk to me. Did you, how much was it playing in your mind?
Shots fired. Hey, we all know that was a sneak diss. Come on now.
By the way, when you took the floor, did anybody say anything to you?
When I first got out, it's funny how you say you jinxed me because I think Shay jinxed me a little bit too. He's like a former AAU teammate of mine. We joke around most of the time when we play against each other. So he came up to me before the game, like during tip-off. He was like, man, You gonna try to break the record against us, huh? And I think it just kind of played out from there. You know, it was a real exciting day for me, though. You know, at the end of the day, I just got in a position, just whiffed it at the beginning there, and it was tough. It was tough.
I mean, it'd be hard not to think about it when the whole world's just watching and waiting.
Yeah, no, that's true. That is true.
Right, look,
it was kids and stuff, just like in OKC and everything, that was just like, oh, yeah, go beat Wilt's record and stuff. They was asking for autographs and everything. I was like, I'm going to try. I'm going to do my best.
Hey, shout out D-Gaff showing love to all the fans, whether it's Dallas fans, OKC fans. If you show love, hey, the city going to show you love back. In most cities.
All right, you know what? You can just do it again. This is no big deal. Wilt's got
Facts.
other records. 100 points in a game. Maybe we do that.
That's a big ass for my position, but I give it a shot, you know.
All right, I like the positive energy. Yep.
Gaff, is there a small part of you that's happy that this is behind you? You know, as you got closer, obviously it seems like it started to play a little bit more. People were coming up to you, whether it's fans, other players, teammates.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. As he was getting closer, I did think he was being very selective with the shots that he was taking. Drop in the comments if y'all think he was being selective. And we saw how Daniel Gafford was when he first got here. And he was throwing them up, even if he missed them or made them, and he was going back with it. So drop your comments in the below. Let me know if y'all think that he was playing a lot more conservative with how he was attacking the rim once he got his streak going and he was close to that record.
And did it impact your shot selection at all? I mean, I didn't see you taking any threes, but you were doing your thing.
It's Hayden, 3-pointer.
Shot selection, not necessarily. At the end of the day, you know, I dunk everything pretty much, you know. So it wasn't really anything too serious when it came to shot selection. I was a little bit nervous, like the last two games when I was getting closer to it. It's like every time that I was going to sleep or anything like that, I was just having to force myself to kind of think about something else at the end of the day, because, you know, I was just like wired. I was juiced. I was ready to go. I was anxious. I was nervous. I was excited. It was just like a bunch of emotions all in one.
Man, most of your shots are assisted by Luka or Kyrie. You got to tell me, what's it like to share the court with those type of guys, to be able to play with them? And yesterday I mentioned on the show, I said,
Before we get into it, man, drop in the comments, what do y'all think is something that Daniel Gafford loves about playing with Luka and Kyrie? Do you think he can do this more? He's able to do that more? Drop it in the comments. Let me know.
off the land, and by eating off the land, you got two of the most dynamic guards that you can play pick and roll basketball with, dump offs. Hey, you've been able to break records, score the ball at a high clip. What's it like playing with those guys, and from a game-to-game basis, what's it like playing with them and watching them cook?
I mean,
Wasn't that cooking?
It's a real great experience for me. I'm grateful to be in the position that I'm in today, to be playing with just two great players. And like, just when I came in, you know, just guys on the team were just telling me to just, you know, do the things that I'm usually always doing, setting screens and going for lobs. And I always made sure that, especially like when I come to teams like this, make sure I at least pick the brain of the two main guys that I'm going to be sharing the floor with. You know, they told me the things that they don't like, they told me the things that they do like. So it's just like I have to be in the right spot at the right time. And the experience, just seeing the things that they do on a night-to-night basis, it's unbelievable. You know, and I'm just blessed to be able to sit on the sidelines and experience most of the time when I'm not on the floor. When I'm out there on the floor, I just make sure I don't mess up too much. You know, get them downhill, get them to their spots. You know, because it's tough when you got, you know, the two best guys on the floor getting on you about, you know, the things that you usually would do on a night-to-night basis. So I just got to make sure that I'm locked in 100% and just go finish around the rim. Those are the main things.
Yeah, if your former teammate, Kyle Kuzma, he said you have the easiest job in sports. Do you?
Kyle Kuzma, sit your butt down somewhere. Kyle Kuzma, you always got to be in the mix. Man, I need you to put that umbrella up. Because all the shade that you throwing over here on us is too much. You got too much free time for you to be worried about what's going on over here. Come on now. Let's tap back in.
Job, sports. Do you?
100%. You know, just go light a guy up, just guard two of our best players, and I run to the rim at the end of the day. And if they getting doubled, I make sure I stay around to give an outlet. But other than that, I rebound the ball, block shots, come out with energy, and be the anchor on the defensive end at the end of the day. And offensively, just set screens and roll to the basket.
Dallas Mavericks fans, MFL. What is Daniel Gafford to the Dallas Mavericks? Is he our third best option, our fourth best option, offensive option only, defensive option only? Is he a jack of all trades? One of many? What is Daniel Gafford to you for our team? How important, if you had to list it 1 through 10, what number would Daniel Gafford be? Not starting position players, just most valuable. What would you put D-Gaff, DJJ in, THJ, now that he's shooting back, PJ, and his defensive prowess, PJ. But what about the offense? Is it smoke? Is it fire? Drop the smoking fires in the chat, in the comments. Let's get it.
Paint the picture for those of us who will never share a floor with Luka. What is it like? I mean, they say head on a swivel, and we take that for granted, but it would seem with him, you really have to do that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because it doesn't really matter where you are on the floor. He's always going to find you, whether you're in the corner, top of the key, he's dropping down to the basket. You can be in any position possible on the floor, and there's going to be some type of way he gets the ball to you, whether you're big, another guard on the floor, sharing the floor with him, 3-man, 4-man, wherever. So it's just like, yeah, you have to keep your hand on the swivel. You have to always have your hands ready, be shot ready. Because, sometimes if you miss the shot, if he's trying to assist you, he's gonna try to get on you, at the end of the day. But it's just dope because he puts so much trust in his teammates, and he tries to make everyone better on the floor from just like the position that I'm seeing at the end of the day. So, like I said, the experience is playing with him and seeing the stuff that he does on a night-to-night basis is unbelievable. And how he can stay consistent with it for so long is just something else that I'm trying to get to a point to be able to do too. Consistency is a big thing for me, and just seeing how he holds himself and how he's consistent with everything he does on the floor. That's for sure like something that is contagious throughout the team.
Is there a pass that sticks out to you that
Happy birthday, Tim Hardaway Jr. My bad, I had to stop that.
he's done that you sort of remember more than others? I thought the one the other night, the nutmeg with Klay Thompson, was cool. But then I was educated by both Lou and Chandler that that's not that big a deal. How was that one?
Yeah, true. That's a bit of a regular pass coming from him, in all honesty. I would say there's no passes that's really surprised me more than just like the full court passes he's throwing me. If our contestant shot him a three-point line, he gets the rebound, he just launches it. To have trust in a big man to be able to make the pass like that, that says a lot. At the end of the day, I just got to make sure that I catch it. When I played wide receiver in 9th grade, and I couldn't catch a cold, so catching those passes like that is something that it's like, okay, I got to get better at this because I'm going to get these more often.
Oh man, you're having flashbacks. It's like it's a weird one. All right, Luka and Kyrie. Can we talk Luka and Kyrie for a second? Because Kyrie sort of has an air of mystery to him, and we see Luka's personality shine through, a little sarcasm. What are those dudes like off the court?
They real down to earth people. It's just you really expect, like when I first got around Kyrie, I was expecting him to kind of be a little bit more, I would say, like you said, on the mysterious side. But once I got to actually sit down and talk to him, it's just like he's just a regular person, without the NBA status. He'd just be just like, regular person just like anybody else. So it's dope to just kind of like pick the brains of guys like Luka, he's pretty chill. Me and him are the same age. So it's just like, man, I feel old just because it's just like how my mentality is. I have a real old soul. So it's just like sitting around Luka, he's real quiet. He reminds me of young me, or like a young me at the end of the day, because every time that I've seen him, he's either on the phone playing cards or he's sitting down just looking at stuff on his Instagram feed. So it's just dope. They both real down to earth guys and they don't really do too much off the floor.
Gaff, you started your career with the Bulls. How do you kind of look back at that start for you? And then you ended up in D.C. Now you're in Dallas. And how do you view the three cultures that you've been a part of? And obviously, I'm sure it's night and day playing for the Wizards this year versus the Mavericks. But how do you kind of reconcile with the culture that you've been a part of so far in your career?
Oh man, each and every one of them, just like the fan bases, the organization, and everything was welcomed in with open arms. You know, Chicago, of course, it took its toll. There's a lot of things that I felt like I took for granted in that situation. Whenever I was there with that team, I got traded to Washington, and I had to take another step in just like my career and how I wanted to blossom in the league. And you know, was there for 3 years, man. A lot of great friendships, great relationships with a lot of people on the team, the organization, in DC. And to be put in the position that I'm in now, I mean, it was just kind of like when I got to Washington, just come in and just be me. At the end of the day, they gave me the freedom to pretty much just do anything that I needed to do to be able to help the team win. At the end of the day, so I mean, coming here.
So I'm just bringing up Washington just because he's talking about him. Do they got anybody that's gonna play? This injury report is crazy. Back to the video. My bad, y'all.
Home in Dallas, I'm like 4 to 5 hours away from my hometown. Shout out to El Dorado. If anybody's watching it from down there, I know they're gonna be mad if I don't. But it's just, you know, each one of the cultures, it's not been too different, but at the end of the day, they always made sure that they, you know, walk with the new guys in with open arms. And I really appreciate that. Just being a guy that's, you know, been on 3 different teams now, just being on this team, I just feel like, you know, the love just was like continuously from the Chicago team to the Wizards team to now Dallas. The love is, you know, through the roof. And I appreciate it 100%, most definitely.
I know you're not invested in it no more, but you know you played in DC 4 seasons. That was a tough stretch.
Shout out to GK.
For the Wizards to be a winning organization, do you think they have what it takes to be a winning organization?
Oh, 100% thinks that they have what it takes. At the end of the day, it just falls down to just like a level of.
Come on, everybody, tap in. I need to know y'all comments. Do y'all think we got what it takes? Do you think that despite Jason Kidd, we can overcome Do you think despite Jason Kidd, we can overcome the rotations, the defensive scheme, the offensive schemes, all the downfalls, all the downcomings that we have had this season? Do you think we can overcome them? Do we have that grit? Do we have the will? Do we have the desire? Do Luka and Kyrie have what it takes? And Gaff, the landlord. Matter of fact, the whole team. Do they have what it takes?
Kuzma side of things. Did you ever look up and say, what in the hell are you wearing, sir? What's going on?
All right, everybody. So you know we always had questions when it came to Kyle Kuzma's fashion choices. Daniel Gaff got some stories, or he got some stuff to say about it since he was on the same team with him.
I stopped worrying about cool stuff once he did the pink sweater. I was like, yeah, I don't even want to ask
Peace.
this one. You know?
The giant pink sweater with the sleeves?
The pink sweater.
Yeah, that one got me. I was like, yeah, because I had seen a couple before he had came to the Wizards, and it was just like, okay, you know, he has one of those fashion, kind of like Russ. At the end of the day, it wasn't where Russ was at the time when I first had seen it, but like now, once I seen the pink sweater thing, I was like, yeah, it can't get no worse than this. And then I seen the big bubble jacket that he wore the day we went to play Brooklyn, if I'm not mistaken. And the collar of the jacket was like at the top of his head. I was like, bro, what are you doing?
God, I love it. I love it so much. He gives us stuff. And where does he keep it? All right,
a different scent to it.
Does. Is he getting those made? Does he have to give a stylist? Like, how does that work?
I don't know. He's real big in fashion, and he tells his stories all the time with just like all the stuff that he wears and whatnot. You know, I was like, yeah, man, that's cool. And but some of this stuff is getting outrageous. You know,
Like, oh, dude, off Pirates of the Caribbean. But outside of that, Lockbox Nation, we got to get ready for the Denver Nuggets, and it will be a battle. As of now, Luka Doncic is looking like he might be able to participate. Josh Green might be out for a little more time. It was a devastating ankle sprain that he rolled his ankle on Derek Lively's leg running up the court. It's tough. Sometimes we get in these situations where either we're hurting our own players, our players are hurting themselves, or other people are hurting our players. Not to mention the refs. That being said, Lockbox Nation, we signing